Hello and welcome, my untraditional entrepreneurs. I wanted to do something different today, and I wanted to talk about some of the downsides to entrepreneurship. I hope everyone is having a productive and amazing week, but that being said, not every week is going to be your best week. And that's something about entrepreneurship you really have to understand is if you're pushing yourself outside your comfort zone and outside your realm of expertise, you will feel at certain points inadequate or you won't be seeing the results you want, which can be a little frustrating to be aware of these things, but not get bummed out. If every day was a good day, you would have no good days because they'd all be the same. You have to have some good and some bad days. So when you do reach your success or you do reach those pivotal milestones, that you actually recognize it as an achievement and it's not, oh, that was just yesterday kind of progress. You really have to carve out what you define as success and what are your milestones and how you going about achieving these. Because entrepreneurship is not a short-term game. It's not I hope I get rich or famous overnight. It's not, I hope I make $1,000 drop shipping in one day. It's not, I'm going to teach you how to be the most successful and most liked person. Entrepreneurship is a constant struggle. It's the best way to describe it is riding a roller coaster. You go up and you're like, oh, this product or this podcast or this video or this content is really taking off. Everyone's loving it. Then you post something else or you release a new product and you're like, everyone hates this. This job is so stressful. We're not getting any sales or we haven't got funded. All these things. Then you go up and then you're like, we're getting some sales now or we're getting some traction or we're getting some leads. And then we're like, none of those leads wanted to buy or no one wants to download the podcast or everyone's liking my post, but no one's actually clicked the link, And it's a constant struggle of going up and down and you just have to balance it out because it's all about long term. It doesn't matter what you do in the short term. You could be super successful in the short term. You could work your butt off for 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day for a week, and then totally burn out and never touch your project again. Have to be aware of your strengths and your weaknesses. And if it's just one person building a business, you have to be aware of that and you can't burn yourself out. A lot of content creators go through burnout mode, especially YouTubers. They're like, my subscribers are picking up. I need to do this. And then they start posting videos every day. And then they're like, what the heck? Why am I doing this? And then they're like, I'm going to leave YouTube. And it's because you got to pace yourself. If you have a full team, that's a kind of different because you have someone that can support you and you can support them. But when it comes to solo entrepreneurship ventures, startup companies, and side hustles, sometimes if you're not feeling it, you have to take a step back and really clarify what your long-term goals are for this project or for this company. Because making money is a long and treacherous road for most startup companies. And you have to really realize that is this something I love or is this something I'm just trying to make a quick buck? Because there is no such thing as a quick buck unless it's some kind of con, scam, mentorship program. You have to do what you enjoy, but you also have to make money. So you also have to realize, is this a hobby or is this a business? Is this an expensive hobby? A lot of people, when they first start a business, it's an expensive hobby. It's not a business. Once you make your first dollar, then it's a business. But until you make money and validate your product or service offerings, it's not a business. It's an idea. And that's why there are so many people, especially in the young entrepreneurship community, they're like, I need to get a mentor. I need to get a mentor. I need to get a mentor. I'm like, no, you don't need to get a mentor. You need to take action. You need to start something. Upload your first video. Sketch out your first product design. Post something on social media. Buy the domain. Take action. You don't need a mentor. There's a lot of mentors out there that are wolf in sheep's clothing that just want your money. Then there are some mentors that probably could help you a minimal amount. But when it comes down to it, no mentor is going to be able to give you drive and passion for what you're doing. If you don't have passion or you don't have the motivation to post that first YouTube video, to start working on that idea, to buy the domain, to work on the legal aspects, to whatever the aspects are of your business, if you don't have the motivation to do that, no mentor, no matter how many millions of dollars you pay them, which most of the people who are seeking mentors can't really afford much. So your money is going to be wasted. The mentor's time is going to be wasted if they're legitimate, obviously. If not, then you're just going to get ripped off and you can have a sour taste about entrepreneurship. You need to think carefully about seeking a mentor before you have done any of the steps. If you're somewhat further along in your business and you're trying to take it to the next level, then it might be a good idea to get a consultant or something. But be careful. A lot of people act like they're experts, but then they don't have much more knowledge than you do. It's all right to get a mentor if you're actually doing stuff and implementing it. But if you haven't taken any action and you're waiting for someone to tell you what to do, then cut that out right now. Gotta take action. You just gotta do something. Buy that domain. Upload a video. No matter how crappy it is, just do something before you seek someone else's guidance. First of all, people don't want bothered if you haven't bothered to take any steps towards building your business, side project, or whatnot. And second of all, you don't know if you even want to do it if you haven't uploaded a video or started designing your product. You have no clue if you like it. You haven't researched the market, and a mentor isn't going to be able to help you until you know these facts. That's why it's super important to take action first. And remember, long term, things are not going to happen overnight. We overestimate what we can get done in a short term, and we underestimate what we can get accomplished in the long term. What this means is we may think we're able to upload 20 videos in 1 month, or whatever the number is, or whatever the thing is. Say 100 sales in 1 month. But then in a year's time or 5 years' time, we don't really realize how much we can get done. But just taking baby steps, just improving 1% better each and every day. If you improve 1% each day, that's 365% more than you were that last year. So just do that. Just do micro steps, micro actions, and I'll move you forward. It's all about consistency. It doesn't matter if you get 100 sales one day and none the rest of the year. It's all about taking small, actionable steps for the long term and seeing the long-term vision. If you can't see a long-term vision with this product or the side hustle, you need to evaluate that. Maybe it is just a short-term project and you know that. Then that's fine. But you got to recognize, is it a short-term project? Do you want to make it a long-term project? And what do you see in the next few years? How is it going to help you in your life? What are some of the things that are actually going to happen? The reason I bring up these topics is I don't know anyone who has a perfect life. They may show it on Instagram, but we all have our ups and downs, especially as a college student. The first month, it's like easy peasy. But then as the months progress towards December, it gets more stressful, and late October, early November is when you start stressing out about what are you going to do for your final project? How are you going to study for your exams? How are you going to actually get a good grade? Especially if your professors don't put in the grades right away, which is kind of annoying, but it's the same with business. As the end of the fourth quarter comes around, it's like, what are you doing to really smash your goals and really hit the New Year's with purpose and passion? And it's okay if you're having a bad day. Just take a break and realign your goals and expectations. I just want to leave you with some of these thoughts, and be sure to comment down below if you agree or if you disagree. If you think mentors are the bee's knees and you should only do things with mentors, comment. and let's have a discussion about it. Until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And if you're not, just realize we're here for you and it won't last. And remember to look into the future and think about your long term plans for this project. And don't just think about the short term gains because it is hard when you're not seeing them. And it can be unmotivating. But just gotta be in it for the long haul. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'm really trying to add value. So if you think there's an area where I could improve, or some other area you think that needs to be talked about more, please reach out and let me know. I'm open to any and all thoughts and feedback. That's how you become a better entrepreneur, is listening to people's feedback and